Hi you guys, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and today I'm doing a challenge. So I just joined a cherry on top message board, and they had a number of challenges posted in there for April. This is the last page I have for my cruise. It's a little bit random. I had these two random pictures of just, you know, life on board the ship kind of thing. This is the paper that I pulled. It's got little maps on it of, and I think it's the Arctic, the globe from on top repeated. So I've pulled a whole bunch of stuff to meet the challenge. So let's see. So the first, it is the Grab 5 challenge for April. So, and I've circled the ones that I'm going to do. Flat sticker. So I have a whole bunch of stickers here that I've pulled from a couple of different, oops, that's not a good idea. A couple of different, let's fix this a bit. A couple of different sticker books. One that I just got, you guys haven't seen it yet in a haul video because I did it while I was shopping and I videotaped it in the wrong direction. I videotaped it vertical, but these are from that. And it is, I think it's travel related, not cruise related. So flat stickers, loads of those. Tickets. So I pulled some tickets. These are Tim Holtz, I believe. So we're going to tuck those in. 3 times eyelet. I haven't done eyelets, at least not yet, though that could still happen. Rub on. I don't have that many rub-ons, so I'm not going to be able to do rub-on. But when I was going through the list, I misread it as ribbon after I wrote it. So I pulled this ribbon, which I like with it. So I'm going to go ahead and use the ribbon as well. Bracket. Now, it showed a bracket. I have these Kiwi Lane templates, and this is called a bracket. So I'm going to use that. So bracket, a cut apart. So I have these laser, it was supposed to be a cut apart card. So I have, this is actually a card from Project Life. So I think that's going to count as a cut apart card. Black and white photo. My photos are not black and white. Yellow. There's no really yellow in here. And then 49 in market. So I do have this Art Options Viking laser cut elements. So I went in there and pulled some things. This is going to be pretty tone on tone beiges and greens. So happy little moment. I kind of liked that. And this leafy, these leafy bits, and this. So those are the 49 in market bits that I have. And then I went into my travel section of my paper keeper, and I had these scraps from Creative Memories Wanderlust, and I really like that with it. Similar gray tones as parts of the globe on here. So the back is this real dark, which might work on some of it, but I'm not sure I want it that dark. So I'm going to use, here's my plan, I think. I'm going to use the bracket. And it won't be the whole bracket. I'll probably do it to here to make kind of a shelf out of this paper. Rather than a strip across all the way. And then I'm going to trim this photo a bit so that it fits nicely on there. I will probably, I'll ink everything, and I will probably matte this. I haven't figured out if I'll matte it with this paper or go into my scraps. This, it's not a great picture. I hate these bright bits at the back, but I'm going to use it anyway. I'm going to trim this so there's only one of them, and then try and make it a little bit smaller so it's a little more proportional. And then that will sit here also. This one will probably sit lower and this one up a little higher. So that'll be on a shelf. And then, oh, I know the other thing that was on here that I didn't tell you about is using the word time. So I thought about it, and I think I'm going to call this page Ship's Time. You know how when you're on board, sometimes the ship's time is not the real time. I have these old letter stickers, and I don't have a lot left, but I do have a T, I, M, and E. So then I will, and it kind of coordinates. So I'm going to use those for the word time. And I just need to figure out what I want to use for the word ship, which I'll probably do in a darker green similar to this if I can find it. So that is my plan. Let me do some cutting and matting, and I'll be back. Hi, you guys, it's coming together. All right, let me tell you what I did off camera. I inked my base page. I cut out using my die cutting machine manual, the word ship. I did it in all caps since this is in small letters, but they are about the same size, so I think that works okay. I inked all the ephemera. I had started placing the ephemera, and then I thought, well, before I inked everything, let's see. So all the stickers are inked, everything's inked. Now I just have to figure out where everything is going to go. I like, if this goes here, I like the title going up here. So I'm happy with that. And then it's creating this kind of diagonal. I had this up higher, and I thought, well, if I lower it a little, then it'll create this little diagonal. I think I've decided to take the ribbon all the way across, not just at the bracket. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I haven't committed, nothing's glued down yet, but that's coming. I think this will come lower. I did go into my stash and find some old Creative Memories, tone on tone, browns or beiges, paper, super old paper. I used that to matte, so using up some more scraps. I think that's it. So I think that I want to get the bracket and the ribbon, these big items down, commit to them, and then work on all the ephemera, tucking it in. So I'm not going to glue everything down toward the edges. I'm going to leave space so we can tuck things in. And then that's going to be hopefully ephemera, and maybe a little something up here, some banners or something like that, just to balance things out. Okay, guys, I'm voicing over the rest of this where it's sped up at 3 times speed, just while it takes quite a while to fuss around with all the placement of everything. There's quite a few embellishments on here. So I'm getting the bracket down, and then talking about what else I need to do. I'm going to get some, I decide I want to border the page, so I get out just a brown marker, fine tip marker, and draw 2 not quite straight lines on each side of the paper, and this just helps define it. And then I'm doing some little squiggles so it looks a little bit like stitching, and that'll just bring it together. I feel like otherwise the paper just looked a little blah on the edges, so that helps define it a little and relate to the inking as well. So I want to get this ribbon down before I go any further, and I'm going to use a really thin, like 1/8 of an inch red line tape to do this. It's really strong if you haven't used it before. It's pretty easy to use, and it works great for ribbon. You do have to be careful though, because once it's down, it's down. It's not coming up. So I'm leaving it long on one side that I can tuck it in, and the other side I'm cutting straight to the edge of the paper. And then I'll just add some more on the back. So I'm just tucking that ribbon behind. Here I'm adding the extra little bit on the back side. And the reason I used the thin is so that I could still tuck things under that ribbon as I was adding embellishments, which I end up doing. So just trying to get the placement of the photos. And originally I had said that the play slide photo would be starting below the other one, but I like evening it out a little bit more with that tall towel monkey. So this is, I just set this here. I don't tuck it in yet. I will come back at the end and tuck that little scallop border in a little better. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to answer a phone call real quick from my mom. So here I'm just auditioning all the various ephemera in different locations. I had some little photo corners from one of the sticker books that were just a cream, so I thought they looked good. And I really wanted to get this ship on there. It takes me a little while though to get the spacing of that little ship and the word time and that little piece of ephemera. It was a sticker. I went ahead and stuck it because it was sticking to everything. So I stuck it on a piece of paper so that I could move it around a bit more easily. So here I just spend a little time fussing with the letters, trying to get everything lined up the way I want it. And then tucking in those tickets. You know, I haven't used tickets that often, but I do really like them, so I was glad that this challenge sort of forced my hand to try and make use of those tickets. And they were a great color from the a Tim Holtz ephemera pack. I really like those 49 and Market leaves coming out. I thought those were a nice touch, and the color was perfect. So now I'm just trying to finish out the little embellishment clusters and little wordy bits in different places and things like that. So that was a gold sticker. I stuck it down. I thought about popping it up, but it was really too thin, so it didn't look right popped up. It was, you know, sort of too floppy on the edges. So I ended up sticking it straight down. I think I fussed with it a couple times. So here I've layered a couple of those tags and trying to figure out what I want, how to get those up in that corner. And I think I will end up making, yep, a banner out of this. And then I think that I add a piece of that, just a little scrap of that Creative Memories paper also, to tie that in to another location on the page. So just making a quick fishtail banner. And that will go up in that corner and provide a base for those banners. So I'm happy with that. And now I'm going to go off and stick everything down. So I'm happy with the placement, and I'll come back to show you. Okay guys, this whole cruise is done now. So here's my page. I'll let you do this if you want to take a screenshot of it without anything in the way. So just a reminder of what I did. I inked around all the edges. I've added Nuvo drops instead of enamel dots. Ship's Time, I used a couple of different fonts. I added ribbon down here. 49 in Market, some flat stickers, tickets, the word time. What were my other assignments? Anyway, I think it came out really cute. So thanks for watching, you guys, and come back. I don't think I really have any scraps that are appropriate for a card. Those are kind of bland. So there may not be, excuse me, a card after this one, but I have some ideas from some other cards, so stay tuned for those too. Thanks, you guys.